Cal, I saw beautiful beetroot at the markets the other day, and I can see that you've also got on the menu.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's exactly how we cook. We look at what's in season and kind of work backwards to a dish from there. So when you see beautiful heirloom beetroots like this, I want to do a beetroot risotto today. This is one we've got on the menu at the moment. Everyone seems to love it. So we're going to get lots of kind of savouriness and umami in there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm just going to kick off with some extra virgin olive oil.
Yes.
And brown onion. So pretty standard, the way that we're starting, I guess, our risotto here.
Yep.
I suppose the next ingredient in your classic risotto, though, is going to be garlic, which is what we do.
Yep.
But we use this guy here. It's called black garlic. It is regulation garlic, but it's been fermented. You don't really even need to chop it. It sort of almost melts into the pan as we're sweating off our onions here. So we'll just give that a chance just to mush down. That's the technical term, mush down. I was trying to think of a better way to put that. Going to give it a chance to mush down for a minute.
I like it. I think we all get what mush means.
And then we're going to add a little bit of arborio as well. Do you want to chuck some of that in for me, please?
Yeah,
We're going to start toasting our rice off here.
So how much of that do you want? The whole lot?
Let's get it mostly in.
Okay,
Yeah.
in it goes. Just
Good enough
rain
to
it
have
in.
both of us for lunch, all right?
Of course, and you know I'm a big eater.
So once that's had the opportunity to toast a little bit, we can splash in some wine.
Okay.
We've got lovely Pinot Grigio here, but any kind of dry white wine is going to be beautiful.
Yeah. Say when.
Lovely. So I might go in with a few herbs if you don't mind, Juzzy.
Sure.
So we've got some bay and some thyme. You can do some rosemary as well if you like. I always think fresh bay leaves just have the most amazing flavour. I think it's so worthwhile when you can use them. And a good whack of thyme as well. I can just go straight in.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool, so we're gonna add some good veg stock. I kind of like to go decent amount of stock just to kind of get things going. And then I add it a little bit more gradually as we get further into it. A ladle at a time, but I'm gonna go a few ladles at a time to start.
Nice one. Oh, there's the wave, Cal.
Yeah.
Means we're close, right?
Absolutely, it's looking good. I think you get a bit of an idea of the consistency. And I don't like over stirring a risotto either. I think if you start mushing the rice up too much, you end up with porridge, which is obviously not what we're trying to do, right? So I think it's time to go in with our beetroot here as well. So all we've done with the beetroot, wrap them in alfoil with a little bit of olive oil drizzled over, 190 degrees, about an hour or so until they get really tender, and blitz them up. That's it, it's just beetroots.
Yep.
If you can't be bothered doing that, honestly, just dice them up and fold them through and get the texture of the beetroot as well.
Okay.
No right or wrong answers here. Pop our beetroot puree in. You can kind of just go as much or as little as you like, depending on how much of that earthiness that you want.
Yep.
Let's give that a little stir. We can check the colour and check the flavour as well.
This is the best part, right?
Yeah.
As it changes. Wow, look at that colour.
Yeah, this is when it really starts looking like a beetroot risotto.
It's beautiful.
That black garlic we added at the start, that
Yes.
earthiness of beetroot together is a really beautiful combination. All the flavours come out of the thyme. You can see the leaves are falling off, like you said.
Yep, and I can just pick that out.
Perfect.
Done.
And I do think you want to err on the side of a slightly wetter risotto, because even if it sits in the bowl and kind of rests a little bit, it's going to continue to thicken up. So it should kind of ooze back in shape. We serve up.
Yes. Go
Beautiful.
for it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Some in here.
I love how there's still chunks of the
black
beetroot
garlic and the
there.
beetroot,
and the black garlic. Love that.
And to garnish, a couple of little extra kind of textures and flavours here. So we've got some of those beautiful golden beets. We've roasted them just lightly, pickled them as well. We can pop some of those on the top. I always think beetroot in any nuts is a good time. We've got hazelnuts here, but walnuts or pecans or
The colour contrast,
you like.
incredible.
I like to go pretty generous with these as well, just because they're frankly delicious. And some local feta I'm just going to crumble all over the top. A little bit of kind of seasoning and
And I noticed you didn't
creaminess.
add any parmesan to the actual dish, but you don't need it because you've got that black garlic there and you've got this beautiful feta on the top.
Absolutely.
So it'd actually be not too rich. Or butter.
Yeah, I know. Controversial. I'm going to finish it with a little drizzle of olive oil, though. But one of the things that's really important to us in the restaurant is using the whole, either the whole animal or the whole vegetable in this case. So we're going to use some of the beetroot leaves as well. Just crisp them up in a pan. And we're going to use a little garnish as well.
Okay, great.
Do you mind chucking some of those on? Yeah, pop them on any old how. Lovely. And then a little drizzle of olive oil just to finish. And I reckon, Juzzy, we can have a little taste.
Oh, okay. I love this. I'm going to go right in here. So creamy, and that beautiful earthiness and sweetness from that beetroot is sensational. Cal, so good to be cooking with you again.
Oh, always a pleasure, Juzzy.
It's a delight being here in the Barossa Valley with you, and if you're ever here, you've got to come to Lou's place.